Hello, how you doing today? My name is Karo I. I'm a real estate consultant in Lagos, Nigeria. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Talk with Caro. I'm glad to be back on the show. This is the show where I inform you on real estate investing in Nigeria with focus on, making the right decision, what to look out for when you're picking the next property to invest in. We talk about real estate title, we talk about location, we talk about price, we talk about everything, and we focus on how to pick the right property, the best property for you to buy in order to maximize your profit when investing in real estate in Nigeria. Even when you're making a private buy, you're buying a land to build a house. We also talk about a bit of that as well. But we focus on, like I said, maximizing profits from your real estate investments in Nigeria. So, in today's topic, I'm going to be talking about Beachfront Phase 2 allocation. If this is the first time you're watching a video from my channel, you might not have heard about Beachfront Phase 2 estate, so this video might not be specific to you, but I'm sure that you'll still find something to learn, and I encourage you to stick around and listen to all I have to say because it has to do with allocation. So if you're investing in real estate at all, any form of real estate, allocation is something you want to be interested in, even though this is focused on Beachfront Phase 2 estates. I'm sure that there will be something I'll say that you benefit from in your other investments. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I'm sure this is a channel you like to subscribe to because, well, I keep it real here. I keep it honest. I keep it practical. That's everything you want to be associated with. You want to hear when from a real estate consultant. So yeah, stick around. For the sake of those who are just hearing about Beachfront Phase 2 estate, I'll give you some background information before I get talking about the allocation, what's happening with that. Beachfront Phase 2 estate is located in Ibeju Lekki. If you've heard about, what's it called now, Eleko Beach. If you've heard about Eleko Beach in Ibeju Lekki, yes. Beachfront Phase 2 is in that axis, of Lagos, and it sold last year. I think we sold it between um, maybe May, June, July. Yeah, May, June. I'm not sure. Between June or July, that's when it sold out last year. It sold within, it started selling and sold out within 2 months or so. And it was and still is our best selling estate so far. So far, it's our best selling estate. So, that's it for the background information. It sold really, really, really fast. A lot of people were attracted to it, I'm sure, because of the ocean that was close by, just across. That was a good attraction for a lot of people, and a lot of people, especially those based abroad, invested into it. We had Beachfront Phase 1, we had Beachfront Phase 2. Phase 2 started selling after Phase 1 sold out, and they are both in the same location. Beachfront Phase 1 had already had its first allocation sometime a few months ago, maybe 2 months ago now. Not really sure exactly when, but I was there. So we've done our first allocation. But a lot of people that invested in Beachfront Phase 2 have been waiting on their own allocation, and as at when Beachfront Phase 1 we had that allocation, the information then was that the next allocation was going to be Queen's Garden Estate in Ibeju Lekki, owned by the same company, Landmark, and after which we will get to Beachfront Phase 2. That was the information then. But as I'm recording this, which is what, July 7th, let me be sure. Yeah, today is July 7th. As I'm recording this, July 7th, 2021, there has not been any word, to the best of my knowledge, about allocation for Queen's Garden, even though I did speak with the MD, and the MD said that I should give him the names of my clients wow, Queen's Garden, and they will be allocated. You know, that's that. But there's not been any general allocation of Queen's Garden that I'm aware of. Not to talk of Beachfront Phase 2 estate. And this has bothered me greatly. One, because when I was selling Beachfront estate, the rate at which she sold, I had a concern. Privately, I had a concern within me that this is kind of risky. Like, when you put a whole lot of clients that are trusting in you and are investing because of you, and you put a whole lot of them on one property belonging to one company, what happens if something goes wrong? You get, especially not just about the company, but on a particular land. What happens if something goes wrong? That was at the back of my mind when I was selling the property, because I have over like 50 clients. Yeah, over 50 clients, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, over 50 clients, 70, it should be up to 60, 78 clients that I have there just on that one property, you know. So it bothers me a lot, and I have invested interest there as well, being that I'm also an investor. I invested in phase one, and between phase one and phase two, I have 6 plots, So, but especially because of my clients, when something affects you alone, what's the worst that can happen? You lose your money. That's just private, you know. But when it affects others, then it's a different ball game. So because of that, I've been very interested in what's happening with the estate, how it's going. But once in a while, I come up with updates. I go to the site, I check updates. I've not done that in a while, and that's because I'm not aware that anything is happening there in terms of development and all that. From the development information we have so far, there's no plan at the moment for Landmark to build houses there. So what we're just expecting them to do is sand feed the place in terms of development. That is, sand feed the place, do allocation, and then provide infrastructure so that people who want to build can start building and live there. That's what we're expecting from them. From my last update, I don't think a lot has been going on there. Even when Beachfront Phase 1 allocation was done, yes, some sand filling had been done, but I was expecting that they would have exceeded, the work they had so far. I was expecting that it should have progressed further than that with the time they had to work with. But then I was just glad that at least allocation has been given to those people, because even when it was allocated, some people could not get to their land because it has not been sand feed yet, so they could not get there. It was just a situation where they were pointing at it. They had a marker there, of course, because it was still, kind of swampy. Is it swampy? I'll call it, or marshy. So that was that. So right now, at the moment, I'm kind of disappointed. When I brought Beachfront to you and I talked about the company Landmark, I told you that it was a company I trusted, not just because of what they've done before, because I knew the MD, and from my dealings with him, he was a very trusted person. And you know that I will always say the truth. I will always say the truth. I am careful not to step on toes, but I will always say the truth, and I will always put my clients first. So I told you that this man was someone I trusted from my own dealings with him, and it is because of the same trust I have gone ahead to invest in 4 of his estates: Beachfront Phase 1, Beachfront Phase 2, Queen's Garden, Ibeju Lekki, and Meridian Boulevard in Aja. For those 4 estates, I've invested in them, and that's because of my trust in him. And that trust is still there, because he's open to communication, and he's open to discussion, and he reach out and he responds immediately, and we talk. And as at the last time we spoke, before the last time we spoke, the information was that the layout is not out. So if the layout is not out, they can't do allocation. Now, for a land that have a title, you expect that it already has a layout, right? But I don't know, some things about these things I don't understand in terms of when they are saying it. Is it that some part of the land didn't have a title and now they are doing a title? Is it that because they acquired some more plots? After the launch, they acquired some more plots. With the way the estate was selling, they added some more plots. Is it because now they have to update the layout, being that those other parts were not part of it before, now they want to add it to it? But That was the information I got. I think that was like May. I think in May that was the information I got from the MD that they were working on the layout and the layout is not out. And you know, with the COVID, government offices, I don't know why private offices are all back to work, and but government offices, there are still a lot of government offices that some have not even resumed at all. You know, and those that have resumed, the work there is still epileptic, like it has they're not working at full speed yet. I don't know why. Because the matter of COVID in Nigeria have gradually subsided. um, Buses are loading the numbers they should load. They've been loading that for months. I think since 2027, nobody's regulating that. If there was still COVID in Nigeria, we will all be dead because marketplaces are all filled to the brim every day in, day out, and has been going on for months, you know. But government offices are still not open and working at the way they should work. They've not, their regular schedule, they've not resumed it. So when it comes to title, when it comes to getting any government documents, that the delay is more like times two, times three now. So it's possible that that's really what was delaying it. But the company released a statement a few days ago, which I'll read to you. But before I get to that, what is really, when it comes to land allocation, when should they be done? Like really, when should they be done? Because it has become an issue in the industry. It's common with almost every of the real estate developing companies. It's common with them. Like allocation is a major issue in the real estate industry in Nigeria. You pay your money, you finish paying, but then to get what you paid for, you start to get stories, you start to get delay, and they procrastinate a lot. So when should allocation really be? Well, I think that for a land that has a title, allocation shouldn't take more than a few weeks to a few months before it is allocated. Why should it even take a few months at all? Well, because your document has to be prepared, your deed of assignment and your survey. And because these companies don't allow you to go do it by yourself, if you buy a land from a real estate company, they don't, because if everybody have to go do their deed and their survey by themselves, that's really going to slow things down and not keep things organized. You understand? So the company insists on doing it for everybody. So they have to prepare your deed of assignment, they have to prepare your survey. Now your deed of assignment is what shows change of ownership, right? Is what will tell anyone that, hey, this person who is Mr. Adams and so sold a land at so and so location to so and so person. It's a deed of assignment that does that. Now your survey is what gives information about your land, where it starts, where it ends, and so on, and some other information like that about your land. Now these two documents should be given to you on or before the day of allocation. You get, so those two documents have to be prepared and ready, which is why when they did Beachfront Phase 1 allocation, they were only able to allocate to those people who their documents were ready, and those people who their documents were not ready were asked to wait for the next allocation that will take place in Beachfront Phase 1 to be allocated. So that alone would delay any allocation on any land, you know. As a land that has title is what I'm talking about. Those that don't have title, just forget it. You have to wait till whenever the title comes out. But those that have title, allocation ordinarily should take within 2-3 months after you finish paying for everything. After you've paid for your land, you've paid for your documents. Once you pay for your documents, which is your deed and your survey, it takes a minimum of 6 weeks. That's when government office was working, you know, fully working. It takes a minimum of 6 weeks for it to be out. You know, now that they're not keeping up with their normal schedule yet, you expect that that will take longer. You know, so allocation should normally, with all that in mind and considering all the Nigerian factors and all that, allocation should normally take maybe within 3 months to max within 3 months, 4 months. Allocation should be done. You get, but Beachfront Phase 2 has taken 1 year. 1 year, because I'm sure that we finished selling Beachfront Phase 2 either in June or July. So it has taken, now we're in July, so it has taken about a year and we've still not seen any allocation. But knowing who I was dealing with, which is Dr. Harrison, the MD of Landmark, I know the guy. I know his project might be slow, but it never fails. It will never fail. It will always follow up. So I was calm. I was relaxed. I was concerned, but I was not worried. You know, but I still wasn't getting any information. And my problem with most real estate companies is that they don't follow up with clients. You get? I'm sure that as an investor as well, the time a project takes to happen is not really the problem. It's the follow-up, it's the fact that the company doesn't carry you along. That's the problem. That's the major problem. If a company writes you regularly to say maybe once a month or once in 2 months to say, oh, we know we said allocation was going to happen sooner, blah, blah, blah. This is what is delaying it. We are so sorry. We are working on it actively. As an investor, you'll be relaxed, you know. As an investor, you'll be relaxed, right? You will know that, oh, they have us in mind. They are carrying us along and all that. But they don't, you know. And I knew that even though I trust this man, I had to have a conversation with him. So I sent him a long message, expressed my disappointment, and told him this was the exact reason I was concerned when I was putting a whole lot of people on, you know, in that estate. Because when it comes to loyalty, my loyalty will always be with my clients first and foremost, because I'm an independent consultant, right? I'm not a staff of any company, you know. I work by myself. I simply check out this property, check out that property, check out that property. If I find a property that I like, I partner with the company and bring it to introduce it to you. So I'm an independent consultant. I will always say what's on my mind, and I will always put my interest, you know, I will always put the interest of my clients first and foremost. And I made that clear to the MD in my message. I also said that follow-up will be good. Like, these people have invested millions. We've all invested millions with your company because we trust your company. When you just ignore us, it's as if we start to think, oh, or if I was not in the industry, if I didn't know him one-on-one, I'll start to think, oh, have I lost my money? Are these people not real? And all that. I said, when you carry people along, this whole thing will not, you know, the rate at which Beachfront sold, I was really expecting a lot. I was expecting, and I said this as much to him as well, and I said I was expecting a lot. I was expecting that with that same energy, you follow up with development and all that, and launch a phase 3. A lot of people were expecting phase 3. But phase 3 can't come if phase 2 has not been delivered. Nobody will buy into it. It will be foolish to buy into it if you have 2 estates that sold really well and you've not done much about them. You've not really done a whole lot, you know, on them. And people have invested millions. So you can't bring out a phase 3. He knows that. So phase 3 cannot come. And I said, I don't know how business people think, you know, because I feel like you don't have to sacrifice one thing for the other. You don't have to sacrifice making money for development. You don't have to do that. You can have both. You can develop properties and make a whole lot of money. I was telling him, I said, the rates at which Beachfront sold, if you had followed up with development like that, you would have put your company on the map, because a whole lot of people invested in it and a whole lot of people bought multiple plots there. If you had that same group of people, if you had given them, you know, delivered in time what they paid for, they will be loyal to you. And whatever project you launch, you could have come up with phase 3, phase 4, and people will be buying into it. I don't understand why developers, and I said as much to him, I don't understand why developers feel the need that they have to, you know, divert funds from this project and then start putting it, they get funds from this project and start putting it, start buying land here, there, and start putting it in other projects and start building houses. I don't know, like, I don't get it. But anyway, after I sent him that message, a few days later, they released a statement, which I will read to you. They sent it to read us not to clients. I don't think they sent it to clients. I don't think I got any email because I'm also a client. I didn't get any email. So let me read it to you. It's here. This is it. I don't know. Is it showing it properly? Yeah, that is it. So I'm going to read from it. It says updates on Beachfront 2. Dear esteemed clients, we want to sincerely appreciate you all for your patronage and patience with us for the past few months. We want you to know that we have your best interests. We want you to know that we have your best interest at heart, and that the delay in allocation of plots at Beachfront 2 is as a result of the following. 1. Being a beachfront estate, we owe it a duty to ensure that it is sand-filled so that everyone will have access to his or her plots during allocation. 2. The rainy season also contributed to the delay. 3. Presently, work is ongoing at the site, and in the next few months, we will reach out to everyone concerning allocation very soon. Once again, thanks for your patronage. We appreciate you all. Signed, Management of Landmark Corporate Realty Limited. That's it. You see the logo, you see it. That's the statement that they released. Like I said, I don't know if I'm not sure if they sent this to clients, but I think they were counting on us to forward it to our clients, which is not the professional way to do things, but we got a statement. At least we got a statement. So that is it for Beachfront Phase 2 allocation. Finally, you might be thinking, do I still have faith in this man? Of course I do. Like I said before, Landmark they are that company that will always deliver. They will get you there to where they promised you that they will take you to. It's just that it might not be at the time frame that they said they will take you there. That's the thing. And someone like that, I feel like I can always trust. But because I'm not the only one investing there, because for me it's an investment, right? I'm not really, I have no intention to build on any of them as of the moment. Even if I want to build on any of them, maybe block of flat and all that, it will be into the future. I don't have that money yet. So I'm not really in a hurry. So I'm not really worried. The only reason I'm concerned and like bothered about it and disappointed is because of other people are involved. You get other people are involved, and but we'll get there. Like I have told some of my clients, because I write to them, I'm not going to depend on the company to carry you people along. I'm going to do that for my clients. So all my clients that invested in Beachfront Phase 1 and Beachfront Phase 2, I put you all in an email list, and I've been following up with you people as much as I can. Even though the company has not been doing that, I've been doing that as well. Even this video, I'm going to still email those in my list and then guide them to this video to come see it as a follow-up to to the allocation for Beachfront Phase 2. So yeah, do I still have faith in the man? I still do. Do I still have faith in the company? I still do. Like I've said before, to those who are on my list in my email, I said, just give it to the end of the year. Just give it to the end of, we're in July, before the end of the year. It is true that we are in rainy season here. It is true. It rains, we're in July. June, July is really the thick, I think, really the months that we have a lot of rain. And it's been raining more than the last few months. It's been raining June, July more than it did in other months. So that's true. And nobody is doing allocation at the moment. I don't think even a lot of people, I've not heard of any allocation with any other company at the moment. So that is true. So let's just wait for the rainy season to go, or for the rain to subside and all that, and then people will come fully into allocation. And I'm hoping that whatever it is, whatever else is delaying them in terms of documentation that they've not talked about, or they are not telling us about, if there's anything like that, it should be sorted before then. we still have a few months. We still have, over 5 months in the month. So I'm just going to say that before the year ends, let's just give them the remaining of this year to allocate Beachfront to us. Beachfront Phase 1, the first allocation, I wasn't part of it because I've not paid for my deed and survey. I kind of delayed those things. I don't know why. But I just told myself that I'll be in the next one. So if you bought into Beachfront Phase 1 from me and you're waiting, we are waiting together. Whether another allocation for Beachfront Phase 1 will happen this year, I'm not sure. But we just want to get allocation for Beachfront Phase 2, at least first batch allocation, just like we've had for Beachfront Phase 1. So that's it. That is everything. I have to say thanks again for trusting me. You people are amazing. Like, for you to trust someone you've never met, just because you connect with them, and from the videos that I do, you connect with me, you can see my heart, you can see how pure it is, you can see I really want to help. So I thank you so much for trusting me. If you're not subscribed, this is the time to subscribe. Trust me, when you come here, you wouldn't want to be anywhere else, because I treat my clients really good. I am committed to making sure that you get, everything, and I do my my best possible to make sure that you get what you paid for. So stick around, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you again in my next video. For now, Karo I signing out. Bye for now.